Welcome students. We are back with new lesson. In this lesson we'll discuss polarizers and law of Malus. In our previous class we have discussed about polarization. So what is polarization? The process of converting the unpolarized light to a polarized light, or I can also say the phenomenon in which the vibrations, can you see, the phenomenon in which restricting the vibration just in one plane. Look here, in this case the light is vibrating along x, the light is vibrating along y, and the light is propagating, moving along z. This blue direction shows the direction in which the light is moving, and the red arrow shows in which direction the light is vibrating. Now the phenomenon in which you restrict the vibration in just one plane. Here I have restricted the vibrations along y plane only. Can you see? The vibrations is only along y. I have cancelled the x one. So this restriction, the process of restricting the vibration, is known as your polarization. And the device which is used to plane polarize the unpolarized light to polarized light is known as your polarizer. So what are polarizers? A device that polarizes the unpolarized light passing through it or pass through it is called a polarizer. So common examples of polarizer are your tourmaline crystal, Nicol prism, and Polaroids. Polaroids are generally the filters which are used in your DSLR cameras. Like you can see in this picture, this person has used the polarizers to use the phenomenon of polarization in order to remove some particular wavelength of light. Can you see that particular vibrations, they represent a particular colors? Okay, so in order to eliminate those colors, he has used a Polaroid. So these are some practical examples of your Polaroids. Okay, this guy is using his polarizing filter throughout. Fine, I'll give you the link of this website in the PDF. You can come and you can check it. Fine. So what happens in such Polaroids is that the unpolarized light is being converted into your polarized light using your Polaroids. Fine. Or I can also say your ordinary light is being converted into a polarized light. So what you notice is that, see, you have cut some part of the waves, therefore the intensity of the waves, it has also reduced. So in this case, this is your polarizer. Now to verify whether your light has been polarized or not, what we will do, we will take the same material and we will put it here, and this will, or we will take the same Polaroid and we will put it here. This is known as your analyzer. Fine. This analyzes whether the incoming light is polarized or not. Fine. Now look here. Consider this is the intensity of the light which is coming from here, from your polarizer. Fine. Now in this case, whatever the intensity of the light is coming in, it is also going out. Fine, can you see? Okay, so look here. Suppose this is your background image. Okay, this is the unpolarized light. Fine. Now when you introduce your polarizer, this filter. Okay, this is a Polaroid. When you introduce a polarizer, what happens? Can you see the intensity of light slightly decrease? Why? Because we have restricted the vibrations of some particular waves. We are allowing particular waves, okay, only one type of waves to pass through. Now what we do, we introduce an analyzer to check whether the light coming out of this is polarized or not. Fine. So now what happens if I start rotating your analyzer? Okay, let us say I rotate it with some angle. Fine. Now if I rotate it with some angle, look at the picture and tell me whether the amount of the light which is coming in, whether the intensity of the light which is coming in is equal to the intensity of the light which is going out. No. So what you notice is that some amount of the light is being cut off. Yeah. Now if I keep on rotating this analyzer, can you see the amplitude? Check the amplitude. What happens to the amplitude? It keeps on reducing. As I increase the angle further, the amplitude reduces. What happens if I keep the analyzer at 90 degree? If I keep the analyzer at 90 degree, is there any light passing through this analyzer? No. So I can verify the light is polarized. Why? Because if I keep the analyzer at 0, that means my light is polarized along the upward direction, y direction. But if I block this y direction, is the light passing through? No. Can you see any intensity? No. Therefore, the intensity of the light, okay, the intensity of the light which is being transmitted, which is coming out from here, okay, it depends upon my polarizer and your analyzer. If the angle between the polarizer and analyzer is 0, I have maximum intensity. But if the angle is 90 degree, then I have 0 intensity. So there must be some relation between the angle of your polarizer and your analyzer. Now this relation was given by E.N. Malus. In the year 1809, E.N. Malus discovered that when the beam of light, okay, when the beam of light of completely plane polarized light, okay, when the beam of completely plane polarized light passes through the analyzer, the intensity of the transmitted light, okay, look here, the intensity, that means how much brightness you are seeing at this point, okay, at this point, how much brightness of the light you are seeing at this point. So the intensity of the transmitted light varies directly as the square of the cosine of the angle between them. So in this case, if this is the plane of the polarizer, okay, you consider this is the plane of the polarizer and you consider this is the plane of the analyzer. Fine. Now can you see there is a angle coming into the picture?